Hello?
Wow.
And I've been on since, okay. Good evening. Pastor, are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Hello? Okay. This series will be talking of male figure
Shoulder.
Hello?
I didn't hear you.
Problem is on my hand.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello? Hello? Hello?
yes. Just hang on.
Are you, hello? Are you hearing me
Hang
now?
on.
Are you hearing me now? Okay.
Call you.
I'm supposed to be removed.
Call you.
Okay. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
Are you hearing me now?
I can hear you.
Hello?
No, I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to today's Real Men Talk, where it is sizzling, where it's hot and interactive and even transforming. Prior today, we've discussed on the issue of male figure. We've dwelt on male figure as a father, male figure as brother, male figure as colleague, as lover, and as son. In today's episode, we'll be talking on male figure as a husband. And in today's programs, we are going to be discussing on this issue as the last episode of this series. And in this studio today with me, we have with me the first person, Pastor Sheyi. Pastor Sheyi, you are welcome.
Good evening, moderator.
Thank you, sir. And also with me is Dr. Femi Samuel. I think his mic is muted. Dr. Femi Samuel, you are welcome.
Good evening, sir. Yes,
Good
sir.
evening.
Thank you very much,
So
sir.
good evening to everyone. Thank you, sir. So in today's episode, like I've said, we'll be talking on male figure as husband. And when you mention the word husband, who is a husband? A husband is said to be the head of a legally married union to a woman, be it a marriage that's consummated in the church, or a marriage that is consummated in the holy matrimony, either in the registry, which is court marriage, or via the native law and custom of our land. But put it in a simple way, husband is the head of a home, a legally married home. And today we will start with the first question. What are the responsibilities of a husband to the wife? Maybe I should start with Pastor Sheyi. What are the responsibilities of a husband to the wife? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, moderator. Responsibilities of the husband to the wife is quite much. But I think the first most important one is companionship. The husband is meant to be a companion to the wife. Going to the Bible, it was because of lack of companionship for Adam that God created Eve. So it was that space that Eve came to fill up. So the role of the husband to the wife is to compensate and fill that void that has been created through the lack of companion. So the first role of the husband is companionship. Companionship extends to as much as friendship. Companionship extends to as much as somebody to keep secrets with. Companionship extends to as much as somebody to keep you company. Or just that's companionship. So basic major role of the husband is for companion.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you very much. Yeah. Dr. Femi. Oh, we've lost Dr. Femi. Maybe I still have to continue with you till he comes in. Thank you for telling us the responsibilities of a husband. Is it out of obligation to the title as a husband because of the love for her? Pastor Sheyi? Hello? Hello? We were talking of the responsibilities of a husband to the wife. And Pastor Sheyi has handled that. I was to ask these questions from Dr. Femi. Unfortunately, Dr. Femi is out now. But let me still continue with Pastor Sheyi. Pastor Sheyi, are you hearing me? Pastor Sheyi? Pastor Sheyi? Okay, Dr. Femi, you are welcome.
I'm back online, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We were talking about the responsibilities of a husband to the wife, and Pastor Sheyi has handled that. The next question is it out of obligation to say the title of a husband to his wife? Do we regard it as out of love? That's what we call a husband? Or what do you say about that?
I'm not getting the question.
Is it out of obligation?
I'm not getting the question.
If we call the husband, I think we talked about the responsibilities of a husband to the wife. Is he out of obligation if we regard the husband as a lover? to her wife, or to his wife, sorry? Is it out of obligation if regarded
Yes,
as a
sir.
lover?
Yes, sir. It's out of obligation. Though I'm not a pastor,
Okay,
but
okay,
we know in the Bible, the instruction was that husband love your wife. So the love you,
okay,
the same way as Christ loved the church. So I want to
okay,
believe what happened between husband and wife, the love should be out of obligation. The same way you expect wife honor your husband, it's out of obligation. Honoring a man or loving a woman doesn't have to do with his obligation. That is the commandment. That is what God expects you to do. And the reason why these obligations or these instructions were given, that's what makes the home to keep moving. That's what keeps the relationship on. If you love your wife, it's out of obligation. Thank you, sir.
you're welcome. Uh, I think Pastor Sheyi is out again, and maybe I should start with you, pending the time
Yes, I'm sure it's
he
in the
joins us
background
back.
somewhere. It's just hardly
Okay.
me.
What are the qualities or maybe characteristics of a good husband? What do you regard as the qualities or characteristics of a good husband? Thank you.
That question, there is a lot of things in that question.
Okay.
You see, the qualities and characteristics of a good husband. First of all, a good husband must love the wife. Love entails every other thing. For us to break it down, you must be able to protect the woman. When they say protect someone, that means that you don't allow any harm to come to that person. You stand in the forefront, shielding her away from any harm. You provide for the family. Provision means that you are in charge of how the woman is faring. Also, you shelter her. So all these things are embedded in what we call love. Everything we'll be mentioning are embedded in what is called love. So the characteristic of a good husband, everything is embedded in love. If you look at what the Bible has to say about love, he does not get angry, he does not quarrel, he listens, he endures. Everything you can think about what the Bible talk about love, everything is in what the characteristics or the responsibility of a man or of a good husband. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwale. You are welcome, sir. I know you heard me.
Thank you, sir. I did, even though my face was off, but I had everything. Thank you very much. Those are
Yeah, at the
valid
background.
characteristics, yes. While we are waiting, Dr. Femi, I think was, okay. You are there. While we are waiting, Pastor Sheyi, I think I'll have to move forward. If he comes in, I will still reverse back a little bit. If you look at Wikipedia, it regards a male in a marital relationship. And then a husband in Wikipedia regards male as a marital relationship, who may also be referred to as a spouse or partner. In your own opinion, what does the husband need and expect from his wife? What does the husband need or expect from his wife as a good wife?
Well, maybe because I have read a little bit of Bible and I have this notion that there is more to most of those statements that are made in the Bible. I made mention of the fact that the Bible says, wife, honor your husband. You can cook for a man, sleep with a man, care for his children, but the most important thing a man needs is respect. I've thought about it over the years. I always say that I'm not a pastor, but I've thought about it over the years. Why did God command man to love his wife and the wife to honor the husband? There is more to that statement. And I've heard so many preachers talk about it that what a man demands from a man is just more than everything you are thinking about. It has to do with respect, in which the Bible captures it as wives, honor your husband. It involves a lot of things. But if you respect a man, when you respect a man, you make him feel like a man. And the man in him will have no choice than to love you back. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Pastor Sheyi, you are welcome.
I think Pastor Sheyi is back online.
Yeah. Pastor Sheyi, you are welcome.
I think Pastor Sheyi heard what I said. Maybe I should talk to Pastor Sheyi. Maybe Pastor Sheyi should answer the question based on his pastoral view. Me, I'm not a pastor.
Okay.
I don't intend to be one.
Pastor Sheyi,
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I will come back to you. You will understand it. We have spoken on the qualities and characteristics of a good husband. And I think Dr. Femi has dwelled on that extensively. But when you are away, I asked him a question. I said, what does the husband need to do or expect his wife to do? What does the husband need and expect from his wife? And that was what he was explaining when he came. He said, you will be in the best position to explain it.
What does the husband need?
And expect from his wife. He said, because of your pastoral, what does the husband needs and expect from his wife? What does he expect from his wife to do? He said, with your pastoral knowledge, you should be able to dwell extensively.
The need of the husband, the need of the husband from the wife, or the need of the wife from the husband?
What the husband expects the wife to do to him as a wife.
Okay, the husband expects so much from the wife. I think one of the most important things that the husband expects from the wife is submission. The Bible analyzes very, very simple. Wife, submit to your husband. Husband, love your wife. That's simple and straight. So, relatively, the first major thing that the husband requires from the wife is submission. Every other thing can now follow after that most important one. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll still, this question still goes to you, sir.
Okay.
Can we differentiate between the role of a modern husband from ancient husband, or from the ancient standard?
Can we differentiate between the role?
Do you hear me, sir?
Yes. That can we differentiate between the role of the husband,
a modern husband, from the ancient standard? The ancient standard. Yeah.
I don't understand the differentiation. The modern husband and the ancient standard. The modern husband. The modern husband, I'm not sure it's different from the ancient husband or the ancient standard. Because
let me put it this way.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Let me put it this way again.
Okay.
Our forefathers, the way their marriage was completely different from the way our marriage is now.
Okay.
You get what difference can you infer from those two types of marriages? The marriage of the good old days and the modern day marriage.
Okay, well, I cannot we don't have empirical facts to confirm that the marriages of our forefathers does work. And most of our forefathers are polygamists in nature. So it's that kind of marriage was like a forced submission because somebody has 20 wives, only one person. So you are forced to submit yourself. You don't even have ideas because it's the one that dictates everything that happens in there. But so we cannot call that one actually also a marriage because it's subjective and it is also domineering. 20 wives definitely is the one that dictates the event of things relatively all true. But now that we are encouraged a one man, one wife, then if you want to call that one the modern husband, yes, no problem. But most importantly is the fact that I'm
Hello?
not sure, I'm not going to be really sure between the husband of the ancient and the husband of the modern. I don't know whether I've been able to make justice to that question.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. You have, you have, you have. Unfortunately, Dr. Femi is out
Hello?
again, and since it's not, hello, I'm hearing you, sir. I mean, Dr. Femi is out again, so maybe I might still have to send this question or pose these questions to you. Are you hearing me, sir? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Are you hearing me? Hello, sir. Pastor Sheyi? Pastor Sheyi?
Hello?
Hello? Are you hearing me, sir?
Hello?
Are you hearing me, sir? I'm hearing you clearly. Hello?
Cannot hear
Hello,
you.
sir. But I'm hearing you clearly.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I'm hearing you, sir. Do you hear me? Ah, hello? Hello? Hello, sir. Pastor
Hello?
Hello, Dr.
Hello, sir.
Dr. Femi.
Yes, sir. Mama T kept us out.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you, sir.
Honestly, I have been alone on the something. I couldn't see anybody, and I've been talking, going off, talking. I don't even know what happened when the whole thing shut down. Are you still hearing me, sir?
Yes, loud and clear,
Do you
sir.
still hear
Mama
me,
T,
sir?
please, look for Pastor Sheyi.
Yes. Can we continue, sir?
You can continue, sir.
I'm sorry for the inconveniences, but we have to continue all the same. In fact, Pastor Adegoke too, I saw him briefly and the thing went off. In what ways do you
Look for
need?
Pastor Goke
Yeah,
and Pastor Sheyi.
yes.
Let them come in. I'm sure they can hear me now if they are at the background.
It's only Mommy T that can bring them in. And I don't
Yes,
know why
sir.
it's like that. I tried to call her, the line is not going. Maybe it's
I
Glow
called her
network, I
too.
don't
That's
know.
why I could come in.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Of course, hearing your voice. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yes,
Did you
sir.
hear my question? Okay, I can
I I didn't hear your
see
question.
your.
Your voice was
I say,
breaking.
as a husband, in what ways can you step up your role? Did you get my question, sir?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay.
As a husband, in
Go
what
on.
way can you step
Yeah.
up your role?
Yes.
Stepping up one's role at home involves uh, taking up leadership position in the home. In the beginning, you may not. What makes someone respect you or look up to you is to do things that shows that you are really in charge. To be a role model. That is the only way you can step up your, because initially two people are coming together as one under the same roof. For a while, you'll be partners. After a while, you start doing things that makes
Yeah.
meaning. You start taking decisions that benefit everybody, making provision, putting other people ahead of you. In that, you will bring up yourself. People don't demand for respect, they command respect. So you need to do
Yeah.
things for you to be in charge and command respect in your home. It's not because you paid a bride price, good, she's going to respect you because the Bible says so. But to now boost your role in that home, you need to demand for that respect, for people to know that yes, in that home, you are really doing things that should be done. And that is by showing leadership position at home. It involves a lot of things, either when taking decision, either as a leader in which you put other people before you, or you carry other people along when you are taking decision, because a leader without a follower is only taking a stroll. Any of those things will put you on the limelight and makes her to look up to you in decision taking, make her to consult you, to follow your leadership role. By then, you'll be projecting yourself as a true leader in which God has created you to be. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. That's a good one. Thank you very much, sir. Unfortunately, the question still has to go to you. Are you hearing me, sir? Dr. Femi. Dr. Femi. Okay, thank you. Dr. Femi.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
I'm sorry you still have to answer it. Unfortunately, we can't get connected to the other co-hosts. How do you know a godly husband? How do you know this husband is godly?
Yes, thank you, sir. The question you ask me is a spiritual question, and now let me borrow from the little experience I had.
Okay.
It still boils down to the injunction given in the Bible. Husband, love your wife. As the church, as Christ loved his church.
Love the church. Yeah.
Yes, and gave himself for the church. The only way to know anybody that is godly is that you are following somebody. Does the person point you to Christ? Does the person lead you to Christ? Does he make you remember Christ? That is the summary of it all. A godly husband is not the one that speaks in tongues. He's not the one that goes to church. But when you look at his life, does he make you live more godly? Does he make you drift towards God? Does he remind you of godly things anytime with any of your encounter with him? That's what makes a godly life. That's what makes a godly husband.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That's a good one. That's a good one. What is the place of friendship in a marital relationship?
The place of friendship in a marital relationship. I'm one of the people that shares the opinion that you should marry your friend as much as possible. Most relationships we get to will fade with time. How do I mean? You meet yourself, you love yourself, the emotion is there, you have all the kind of love, the erotic love. After a while, those ones will fade away. The only thing that will keep you together after those ones, the shacking part has gone, is the friendship part. I always ask couple, where does your husband go to watch football? What takes him away from home? If your husband is type that watch football, why does he go and watch football in the lounge or with his friend and not at home? That shows that they have some things in common. So if your husband is the type that like watching football, then you too must be a football lover, because people talk, people flow when they have, common interest.
Common things together.
In the same relationship, you must have common. If your husband is the type that love watching film, you too must start watching film, because you notice that people that watch film, what do? They flock together. They want to watch film together.
Yeah.
But together. Something brings them together. And if you look at a man that leaves home almost all the time to go somewhere, what does he go there to do? Look at him, more often than not, he's meeting with people with the same mind. The same thing will happen in a marital relationship. If you don't have anything in common, if what you have together is just, okay, God said, or the will of God, this one likes sleeping quiet, this one doesn't like talking, and you like football. No, sure, you see that same man will be going out almost all the time to watch Premiership because the wife doesn't watch match. But if the wife watch Premiership at home and they belong to different league, the day the two league want to play, two of them will sit down at home and discuss. So marriage should be rooted in friendship. If you were friends before becoming couple, They will have some things in common before they could be friends. And those things they have in common will drive them closer because they will have, maybe they watch film together, they play table tennis together, lawn tennis together, or they watch football together. It makes them closer. So that's always been my opinion about marital relationship, that friendship is important before marriage. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's a good one. Dr. Femi, Sarah called Abraham. Okay. I think Pastor Siri has come back.
That's a pastoral question.
I have to throw it back to him. Pastor Siri, you are welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
We were talking on the place of friendship in marital relationship. And we believe you'll be in the best friendship in marital relationship. And we felt you will be the best person to answer that. We believe maybe you would have gone to the mood to get a lot of good answers to buttress our points. So since you have come back, let's throw it to you. The role of friendship in marital relationship. Over to you, sir. Hello? Wow. Pastor Siri? Dr. Femi,
I'm with you, sir. Hello, sir. Pastor Sheyi's network is not friendly tonight. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Hello?
Pastor Sheyi?
Yes, sir.
Pastor Sheyi?
So you're talking about the place of friendship in relationship.
Are you hearing me now, sir?
We're talking about the role of friendship in relationship. Hello?
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 We can hear you, sir.
Okay. I was asking Pastor Sheyi.
Okay.
I said, what is the place of friendship in marital relationship?
That's what I was saying. I was
Radio is playing.
I was explaining. Hello. I was explaining the role of friendship in relationship.
Huh.
And I was trying
Yes,
to
sir.
confirm whether you can hear me.
I'm hearing you now. I didn't hear then.
Okay. Friendship in relationship,
Yeah.
very, very important. Vital to the survival of.
Okay. The line is off again. Hello, sir. Pastor Sheyi.
Now leave me can't remain again. Hello. Sister Toyin should please react them into this.
Wow. Hello, sir. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, thank you very much.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, let me just quickly go to it. Oh, God. Except it's echoing. Pastor Sheyi.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you hearing me, sir?
I can hear
Loud
you.
and clear.
Feature off. Enter to Bluetooth.
The question goes to Pastor Sheyi. Sarah called Abraham Lord. How do we handle the issue of husband loving over the wife and saying he has dominion over that. The background is so noisy. Hello? Hello?
Hello, we are with you, sir.
I can't hear the question at all.
The thing is, I said, the background is so noisy.
Sir, is it
My
our
background?
background or?
Or your own?
No, I think it should be for Mommy T.
Mommy T is not in the studio now.
Why is it so noisy then?
Enter radio.
Let me mute mine and let's see this my background.
Enter
Hello?
Is it my background?
I don't even know what happened. Let me ask whether you'll be able to get the question. Except that it's echoing seriously. Hello?
We can hear you, sir.
The question is, okay, the question is, Sarah called Abraham Lord. How do we handle the issue of husband lording over the wife and saying he has dominion over that?
I think the question is for me.
Yes, sir, it's for you.
For Pastor Sheyi.
Okay. The fact that Sarah called Abraham Lord does not mean that Abraham is actually a Lord. And it's important that we allow it to sink into our inner mind that the relationship between a husband and a wife is not a Lord and servant relationship. While I was doing my introduction about duty responsibilities of husband to wife, I said the major thing that they have is for companionship. So I'm not sure companionship
Hello, Pastor Sheyi
Hello?
is not online. Hello?
Hello?
We
Hello,
can hear
sir.
you, sir. Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Okay.
Pastor
I
Sheyi
was
is
saying
back.
I'm not sure companionship accommodates lordship. So
Okay.
you cannot have a Lord case in marriage. It's simply for companionship. It's friendship. So if Sarah decided to call her own husband Lord, maybe just like you said, it was in the ancient past. But there is nothing called is for mutual
I'm hearing
respect.
you.
Marriage is for mutual respect. Marriage is symbiotic. Every part of them, both the husband and wife, has one thing or the other to gain. But in a Lord-master relationship, I am not sure that is a marriage. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The question to Dr. Femi now. Are there any silent
I'm with you,
matters
sir.
that a husband can keep from his wife? Are there any silent matters that a husband can keep away from his wife? Pastor Sheyi?
Okay.
Pastor Sheyi?
There are no really silent matters that a husband can keep away from his wife. Bible says, and Adam and Eve were naked, but they were not ashamed. The reason for not being ashamed is that they were naked to themselves. So the moment you start keeping things from your wife, then you are not naked again. And the Bible says that you're going to be ashamed. So relatively, there shouldn't be anything that you are keeping away from your wife. Although there are arguments against that at some levels. Some people feel that women by their making, they don't have enough courage, maturity to be able to comprehend some things that a man discusses. But I am not totally in support of not opening up to your wife, because it's more dangerous than it's more dangerous not to open than whatever advantages that you feel that it has. That's my take on that.
Thank you. Dr. Femi?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Femi?
Yes,
I just asked a question from Pastor Sheyi, whether you have a diverse opinion. I said, are there silent matters a husband could keep from his wife?
I agree with Pastor Sheyi. The Bible, I would have quoted the Bible verse that they are both naked, they are not ashamed. Even if there is anything going on you don't want to discuss, as at that time, there may be a reason why you don't want to discuss it as at that time. Keeping something away is different from using discretion not to discuss an issue at a certain time. But that issue will still be sorted out. If I have an issue like a sensitive issue like that has to do with health or someone dying, I may not tell you immediately, but I'm still going to tell you. I won't keep it from you at that point in time. I will look for a good period when I feel that, or the way you can comprehend what I'm saying. But when it comes to keeping something away, it does more harm than good to anybody. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Is Pastor Sheyi still on?
Yes, still here.
On.
Pastor Sheyi?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask these practical questions.
Okay.
There have been an issues whereby the husband and the wife will not agree on the same point. The husband will be on one side and the wife will be on the other side. And there will be a kind of argument as to that particular issue. If such things should happen, which one should supersede the other?
Okay, stemming from my last discussion about not loading on another person. There shouldn't be anyone we're not in a competition. Marriage is not competition. So whoever wins or whoever loses is not, because one of the couples I counsel currently, I have to emphasize it because the husband wants to demonstrate at every point in time that is the one that is right. And the wife also wants to demonstrate at the one point in time that she's the one that is always right. And I said, you are not in competition. You are in relationship. Nobody is going to give you medal for winning an argument. Nobody is going to give you any medal for saying that you are the one that is right. Everybody should understand the fact that this is a mutual relationship. And whether you lose or you win, depending on which side as a matter of fact, if you lose in marriage, you will come back to eventually discover that you are the one that won. But the moment you have the mentality of, I am the head of this home, I am the lord of this home, I must win every argument, I must win every situation, then it has gone back to the stage that I said is not marriage, Lord and servant. It is not marriage. Marriage is symbiotic. Marriage is companionship. Marriage is friendship. Marriage is give and you give, take and you take. It's not a give even and take one. So that's for me is so there is no one that should bow down. Whoever feel like bowing down, let her bow down or let him bow down. But it is not a case of you are the one that won or I'm the one that lose. No, it's not. Thank you.
Before you go, okay, Dr. Femi has come. I still want to ask that question again. There is an issue to be resolved. We must take a position. The husband is saying it must be A, and the wife is saying no, it must be B. What will be the final position in this issue or in this instance?
Thank you, sir. I've had people argue over this over the time. And what I notice is that there is something wrong that the man is doing. There is something the man is not doing. Let me put it that way. To gain the control of your home is not by force. Because you don't demand for respect, you command it. Once you are doing the right thing in that home, it will automatically, it will automatically come to you. For instance, do I have to tell my kids that, don't you know I'm your father, you have to respect me? No. If I have to say that to my kids, that means there is something fundamentally wrong that I'm doing in that home. And I should look inward because I'm not providing a leadership position. That's why that will come up. But what you describe now on the issue of them argue on who is right, there is no right, there is no wrong at all. If you are a man and you are a real man, I will tell you that what I will do is that, okay, let's see how your own goes. We should buy this or we should buy it. Let's see, okay, let's buy it. Let's see how it goes. There are still so many, you still have a year to test run your ideas. And you don't have to be right all the time. You can just say, okay, let's see, you like this, Abi? Most of the time I say, is that what you want? Say, is that it? Okay, go and get it. That's what you do because there is no need. It's only a man that has inferiority complex that doesn't believe in himself that be dragging with a woman on what they want to buy. Most of the time, sort it out. Or I will tell you that, okay, if you feel this is better to get, you want to get a material, a substance, maybe a properties or so. Is this what you want? Okay, let's get it. Let's see. You can be wrong, you can be right. It's not all the time. Let's see how it goes. But if you now feel that it's only when a man is feeling threatened or you feel that your leadership role is being usurped, and that's when you start fighting. And you should know that when you take care of a woman, the respect comes almost automatically. The woman will respect you. Let me paint a picture. When you see a woman calling, it's my honey, sweetie, and all those things, the man has something to offer, he has money. He will not fight you. When you just have money, he will not fight. If you tell the man that, if you tell them that his pound yam wants to eat this city, he will not tell you cannot pound that yam. The pound yam will be ready with the stress. It will be ready. So there is something fundamentally wrong. That man is not doing well. And I don't believe that a man should drag with his wife when it comes to petty things. Let her have her way. She will come back and tell you that if she was wrong, that I said it that you are wrong, or oh, sorry, you are right. That's the way I think it should be sorted out. Men should lead inward and try to provide leadership roles.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Pastor Shi.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Shi.
I can hear you.
When the lawyer wants to intimidate, I said when the lawyer wants to intimidate, they say I put it to you. Abi?
Yes.
Do you hear me? I put this one to you. Is it right for a woman to deny the husband sex?
it's not right. The Bible was emphatic about it because it said, defraud not one another. Defraud, it's a big word. That means if a woman denies the husband of sex, she is invariably defrauding the husband. The psychology of a woman, most of them does not love sex. And you remember when we were discussing sex last Saturday, we laid enough emphasis on this.
Yeah.
So it is absolutely wrong, and it is unchristianly to deny your husband of sex. That does not mean that the husband also killed the wife with sex. I think I am making myself very, very clear.
Yes,
There is
sir.
a part of self-control from the woman, but there is also the part of understanding from the man. Because some of the people I counsel, a lady complained that she's going to run out of, okay, for her, she had some.
Wow. Hello? Oh, I lost that beautiful question. Mr. Sui, Pastor Sui, Pastor Sui. Wow. Pastor Sui, I will thank you for that beautiful.
Network is not good.
Yeah. But at least I got him and I'm satisfied. Dr. Femi,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Femi,
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
yeah, experience has shown that man love more.
Hello, sir. I can't hear you again. Hello, sir.
Yeah. So I was saying
For
one of the reasons why some women,
the man
there
after
are
marriage.
women that complain that
Hello?
their husband wants
Wow.
to kill them with sex. So
Hello?
there is the part
Okay.
of understanding from the man. There is the part of self-control from the woman. But it is totally wrong for woman to continue to deny her husband of her body, because both of you have each other's body in marriage. So if you did not submit your body to your husband, it is seen as non-submission, and it is against the word of God. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dr. Femi.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Femi.
I'm with you, sir.
I was going to ask the
I'm with you,
questions
sir.
when the live went off. Okay. I say experience has shown it that man love more before marriage and that woman loves more after marriage. How can they maintain a romance after marriage?
This one is a little bit deep. It's true. Man tends to love more before. Yes, that's the truth. Because you have to woo the woman, make her feel love, make her fall for you. But after marriage, a woman will not joke with what she has invested on. And that's why they love more. On the marriage, she has invested so much. On the man, on her children, on that home that she has built. So all her emotion into it. I'm not too surprised about it. If you read the book of Genesis, chapter 3, when God was talking to them in the Garden of Eden, He said, your desire shall be to thy husband, not to thy fiancé. Your desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So the moment you become the husband of a woman, the desire of that woman is to that man. Because the woman sees that if she has invested so much in that relationship and she's not ready to gamble with it on the children, on the home, on the husband. Even if you have a building, she felt that she invested so much on that building to stand. She has labored, and there are so many labors that are not visible to everybody. She will not even bring money home, but the labor, the contribution she made at home, making sure the children go to school, making sure that they do well, they dress, it's a lot. So a woman doesn't want to joke with that. Then the second part of the question I'll say, how do we maintain that romance in relationship? Maybe some of us are not like our forefathers. The Bible will say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's look at Isaac. What Isaac did. The Bible says Isaac was sporting with his wife. It was in the public. A man that was sporting with the wife in the public. I wonder what the man was doing in the closet. You see, so there shouldn't be a reduction in the show of, maybe in our own setting here. We believe that we don't actually believe in public show of affection. Everybody have a blunted affair. Nobody want to show anything is going on. But at least it's what you should keep on in relationship, so that it will remind you that this what having is beyond friendship. It has gone into the realm of relationship. Two of you are partners in progress. And with that, it tends to remind yourself that you are not just mere friends, you are couple. I think that continuous reminder, we keep our mind fixed on our relationship. Because love is like what you sow into it, that's what you reap from. Most of us don't sow anything into it. After marriage, you have children, you just become complacent. What else do I want? I better go and cook my food and let me eat. If you need money, ask me, let me drop. And become so boring and so dull. But we can actually brighten up our relationship if Isaac can sport with his wife.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Pastor Sheyi, maybe this will be the last question for you.
Okay.
Are you hearing me, sir?
I can hear you.
What's the difference between Western husband and an African husband?
Husband is not a color or a culture. It's not a culture or a color thing. It is general. There is nothing like a Western husband. Hello. Are you with me?
Hello, I'm hearing you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All those things came out of what I call easy way out. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm hearing you, sir. I'm hearing you. Hello? Pastor Sheyi? Wow.
I can't hear you again.
Hello, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? I'm hearing you, sir. I can hear you clearly. Wow. Well, unfortunately, none of my co-hosts is on. We would have loved to ask the last question from Dr. Femi. And the questions would have been, How do you know a bad husband? I know our viewers heard me clearly. And since there's nobody to answer that question, you can please answer it for me by chatting me up. How do you know this is a bad husband? Maybe if they are able to join me before we conclude, that will be the last question we will ask. How do we know this is a bad husband? Anybody can chat me up on that question and we use it to round up. Wow, none of them. Well, this is how far we can go today. I would have loved to join me even if it is 2 minutes and then we'll use it to round it up. But I think the way we can know that this is a bad husband, when you see a husband beating his wife every time, that can tell you that person is a bad husband. 2, when you see a husband who is always drunk when coming back home, to me, I regard such person as a bad husband. Because there is no way that alcoholic thing will not have negative effect on him. Okay, Dr. Femi has come in. Dr. Femi.
Sir, I'm with you, sir.
This will conclude our entire questions. How do you recognize a bad husband? A bad husband.
A bad husband.
Husband.
Being
Yes,
a
sir.
good husband, being a bad husband does not depend on your religious belief. The first thing is that what is the function, what is the role of an husband? Being a bad husband means that the role of an husband, you are not being truthful to it, and it has to do with the marital vow. A bad husband is the one that is not meeting up with his role as a husband. You are supposed to be the head of that family. If you are not meeting up with your headship, then you are a bad husband. Or let me say, if you are not meeting up, you failed as the head of that family. It means you are a bad husband. It doesn't have to do with spirituality. It doesn't have to do with your religious belief. It doesn't have to do with either you are rich or you are poor. You can be poor, you can be a pastor, an imam, you can be educated and not still be a good husband. Being a bad husband is that you have failed in your role in leading that family. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately, Pastor Sheyi is not back. And this is where we will draw the curtain. I know we've heard so much about what a husband is. We said a husband is the head of a family, particularly when marriage is involved. And we said a good husband must portray some qualities that make people to say, this indeed is a good husband. And we've talked about how to foster mutual relationship in marriage, what a husband should do or should do to maintain peace at home. And we've done all. And I know most of those things we have highlighted today, if we keep to them, you will see that marriage will be peaceful. There is nothing like a husband understanding the wife and the wife understanding the husband. There shouldn't be any lordship over the wife. They should play equal roles. They should love one another. They should obey one another. And if all these are put in place, I know our marriage will be very, very peaceful. And there is nothing as enjoyable as a good marriage. I pray this evening that the Lord will make our marriage peaceful. Maybe before I draw the curtain, Dr. Femi, do you have anything to say? 1 minute.
Thank you very much, sir. We
Yes,
should
sir.
know that marriage is the basis, is the cell unit in the country. If you can make our home heaven on earth, you are sure that you are going to produce angels into the world, because all our children, the product of that marriage, will be angels, because they grow up in heaven. So let's try as much as possible to make our marriage heaven on earth, so that we can influence our society positively by producing angels into our society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Pastor Sheyi, I want to say thank you, sir, for all the beautiful contributions you have made. Same with Dr. Femi. And this is where we will draw the curtain. We advise that you see who come to this particular program. And when we talk about next episode next week, it is expected that every one of us will join. So stay glued to Real Men Talk, where it is sizzling, where it is hot, where it is interactive and transforming. On behalf of myself, Dr. Femi Samuel, and Pastor Sheyi, we'll say bye for now. Thank you. Bye-bye.